Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sealed Saturdays, week number 6. Today we are finishing off our box of Modern Horizons, and it is March 20th. So Modern Horizons is a very unique set with lots of different archetypes, and we are going to explore some of those today as we open the sealed product and build a couple of sample decks, assuming we can make all the archetypes happen. Or whatever archetypes we can make happen, we're going to. Let's see what we get with pack number 1. Start off with a Moonblade Shinobi, one of the best commons in the set. Reprobation, Bladeback Sliver, Umezawa's Charm, a Winding Way, a Mind Rake, a Pondering Mage, Knight of Old Benalia, Rank Officer, a Springbloom Druid, Dreadscape Sliver, King of the Pride, Vengeful Devil, and a Bizarre Trade Mage as our rare, with a Snow-Covered Forest, an art card, and a token. Pack number 2. Got a Quakefoot Cyclops, a Spell Snuff, Trustworthy Scout, Treetop Ambusher, Diabolic Edict, a Geomancer's Gambit, Irregular Cohort, Venomous Changeling, Orcish Hellraiser, Excavating Inurid, Webweaver Changeling, which is a very good uncommon, a Good Fortune Unicorn, a Watcher for Tomorrow, and a Mirrodin Besieged as our rare, with a Snow-Covered Forest, an art card, and a token. Pack number 3. Starting us off with a Lavadart, a String of Disappearances, Answered Prayers, Gluttonous Slug, a Tornado, a Crozen Tusker, Return from Extinction, Lancer's Sliver, Windcaller Aven, Pyrophobia, Ripped Rats, a Llanowar Tribe, a Lava Belly Sliver, and the first Sliver as our rare. Got a Snow-Covered Mountain, an art card, and a foil token. Pack number 4. Bladeback Sliver, a Choking Tether, Azra Smoke Shaper. Hey, if I put these in the right piles. Make a Twin Silk Spider, Windcaller Aven, Return from Extinction, a Crozen Tusker, Iceberg Cancrix, Lancer Sliver, a Rank Officer, Alpine Guide, Thundering Jin, Goblin Matron, and Unbound Flourishing is our rare. The Snow-Covered Forest, an art card, and a token. Pack number 5. Starting us off with a Stirring Address. Oregon Dragonheart, Headless Spectre, Sport Frog, a Regular Cohort, Venomous Changeling, Orcish Hellraiser, Excavating Inurid, Stream of Thought, Settle Beyond Reality, Glacial Revelation, a Wall of Blossoms, Munitions Expert, and Future Sight as our rare, with a island, an art card, and a token. And then for pack number 6, we've got Goatnap, Smoke Shroud, Changeling Upcast, Treefolk Umbra, Sigorvian Angel, Marissa Behemoth, Fountain of Ichor, Arkham's Astrolabe, a Mob, another Iceberg Cancrix, Sling Gang Lieutenant, Generous Gift, Talisman of Resilience, a Lightning Skelemental as our rare, Snow-Covered Mountain, an art card, and a foiled token. Okay, so building this, I saw we have multiple Cancrixes. So we could go with the Snow Mill build, which is more of a blue-green build. So let's see if we've got some nice snow synergy stuff. We've got the Wall of Blossoms, which is nice for this. Glacial Revelation is also very nice for that build. Crozen Tusker allows us to hit those land drops. Twin Silk Spider. Multiple Tuskers. Webweaver Changeling is a very nice Changeling. To keep us alive. Springbloom Druid gets us multiple land drops. Helps find our snow mana to mill out with the Cancrix. Marissa Behemoth also works in this. And the Excavating Anurid actually works with this pretty well because it works with the Behemoth. And then out of the blue pile, we've got multiple Cancryxes, we've got Stream of Thought, Great Mill card, Choking Tethers, String of Disappearances, Watcher for Tomorrow. That's almost enough to build a Snow Mill deck right there. We've got a Moonblade Shinobi as well, and Future Sight and Bizarre Trade Mage probably go in this pile. So if we're going to do the Snowland thing, we've got a couple of red Snowlands as well. Do we have any red snow permanents? Alpine Guide is actually a snow permanent. Then we've got Pyrophobia and Lava Dart. Help with the removal a little bit. Geomancer's Gambit technically mills a card because it lets them search for a land. And I would probably run the Thundering Djinn as well, just as a piece of removal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 with the Astrolabe. 21 with this second Anurid. And then looking for anything that says... so there's 21. 22 and probably 23. Probably 23 there. Maybe the Mirrodin Besieged. No, Mirrodin Besieged is terrible in this format. So this is probably my Temur Snow Mill deck. Very good at finding its snow permanents. It would be nice to have more snow permanents in the way of like green cards like a Rime Tenders or Rime Stags. We didn't get any of the snow permanents that way. So if I was going to build this deck, this is probably how I do it, with a nice even mix of lands. Our mana base fits very well with this. I've had very mixed results running the snow deck in Modern Horizons Sealed. In Draft, it's something you can work on a lot better, because if you open a nice snow payoff, it's a very easy deck to draft, because normally people at the table are not heavy drafting it unless they open something good. I would also like to explore black-white in this build, because I did see some very strong black and white cards. We have a Sling Gang Lieutenant, we have a Generous Gift, so like a Mardu Goblins build may actually work fairly well. So I'm going to just set this here off to the side. And if we're going Mardu, I'm going to want to keep these cards out. So that's build number 1. There's a nice kind of slow, like snow mill control type deck. And then I'm going to look into the Mardu build here as well. We've got a Sling Gang, this. Rank Officer's great. Crypt Rats is a nice control-y card. Changeling and Edict is okay. Rank Officers and Charm. Return from Extinction may be useful here. Out of the red cards, the Hellraiser is not bad. The Goblin Matron is good. Blue we're not going to bother with. So we've got 2 drops, 3 drops. What this deck would really need is a Goblin War Party, because that makes the Goblin archetype really, really strong. But the Mardu build here is looking to be centered around Changelings, as they're the easiest goblins to get. The Sling Gang being and like the Matron finds the Sling Gang, so it's definitely worth it. Generous Gift, it's a nice piece of removal. Settle is very nice. There's 2 irregular cohorts in here. which are 2 goblins apiece. King of the Pride easily fits in with that. And we can go something more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. I'd almost consider the Lancer Slivers over the Crypt Rats. And the Alpine Guide. Because that also benefits our Changelings. The Hellraisers could be replaced by... nothing. I don't know if I'd want to replace the Hellraisers. They're fine. They're just like... easy way to deal 2. Or it's a 3/2 for 2, and then you like pay for it a little bit more the next turn. You basically skip your 3. This deck does want to see a lot of action on 3. But I think this would be the more fun build out of this. If there's any other very synergistic cards. Bladeback Slivers may actually be better than the Hellraisers, I think. Because then we're going Mardu Changelings. So Return to Extinction now gets like more Slivers back. Mardu Goblins into Changelings. This is a consideration. These cards are considerations. Yeah, definitely would consider the Slug or the Sliver. The Lightning Skelemental is actually not a terrible choice either. They're kind of maybes. On turn 3, the Skelemental is very difficult to cast if we want it. Because with the mana here, we're going to go fairly heavy into white. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 20. We're at 24 already, so we have a cut to make. I don't think these cards would actually make it in. The Dredgescape may be more useful than... The Dredgescape may be more useful with the irregular cohorts, I think, than a second blade back. So I think we would probably do this. And then maybe take out like either the Charm or the Edict, or a 3-drop. Maybe a Lancer Sliver could go. I think some of our other Slivers are too good. The Matron is probably actually the worst card here, or actually maybe lose a Rank Officer. I think we could lose a Rank Officer here. 1 is probably enough. It may be worth losing both and getting the second blade back instead. The Rank Officer is a 3/1 that makes a 2/2 if we discard a card, but we don't have a lot of graveyard synergies, so this may actually be the better way to build this. Mana-wise, we're just going to take a couple of Snow Mountains. There's no snow synergies, so they don't really do anything special for us, but Snow Mountains. We want at least 4 swamps, at least 4 plains for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red cards. So I want to lose 4 or 5 red sources, most likely. Start out with 4. Probably 5 because we have the Lava Dart. We're going to sack a mountain. So 5 red sources. That's 13. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black cards. Black is fairly low on our curve. So let's add in, go up to 6, 10, 15, 16, 17. I think something like this. Because we want to hit black and red to play all of our 1 and 2 drops. We need black and red on 1 and 2, but we don't need white until like at least turn 3. 6 swamps, 6 plains, 5 mountains. Seems okay. Might consider cutting a plains, but we also want to be able to play these irregular cohorts on time. Plains for a swamp, most likely. would be the only possibility where it's 557 instead of 566. Because this is still a little low. Definitely don't want to cut the irregular cohorts because they are 2 slivers. They are two goblins for the Sling Gang, 2 cats for the King of the Pride. A lot of heavy synergies in this, with the Munitions Expert also being an excellent piece of removal with these 2 cards in the Sling Gang. Goblin Matron being able to find a regular cohort, Sling Gang Lieutenants. Yeah, I can find a lot of our things. The blade back and the Dreadscape slivers and the Lancer slivers giving extra abilities. Same with the Lava Belly sliver. Lava Belly sliver being a great card just to like get some nice drains with the Sling Gang Lieutenants as well. We have an indirect win condition. Settle and Mob are excellent removal spells. So I'm gonna build this as a Mardu slivers and changelings kind of build and completely ignore all our rares. The Skelemental's okay. If we had unearths, if we had opened some unearths and had some more graveyard synergies, that would be great with the rank officers we opened. And like some like Gluttonous Slug and like Drats and other cards that like seeing things in the graveyard. We didn't open any unearths, which is kind of the downside to running this card. 5 color in limited is incredibly difficult with the first sliver. Be an interesting attempt. This would be very close to trying to build it. We need more mana fixing for that. If we had multiple Astrolabes, if we had like the 1 Talisman of Resilience, the Black-Green Talisman doesn't really give us enough of a splash. We had we did have the 1 Astrolabe. I think we would need more mana fixing to be able to effectively play that. Unbound Flourishing has no synergies in this set. There's no X cards. Mirrored and Besieged, we have nowhere near enough artifacts. At best, we'll get like maybe 1/1/1 out of it. Bazaar Trade Mage, again, if we had more graveyard synergies, we could look at a Grixis kind of graveyard deck. Bazaar Trade Mage and Skelemental and some Unearths and things to fill it up, but we don't have those cards. So just a Mardu kind of sliver synergy deck with Return to Extinction being our only graveyards, or Return to Extinction and Dreadscape Sliver being our only graveyard synergies to get back like some of our more important cards like Sling Gang Lieutenant, or the Munitions Expert, or the Lava Belly Sliver. And I think that's going to be it for today, so thank you everyone for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss another episode, and we will see you next week with a completely different set.